Hello and welcome everyone to the Aegis Esports Glory and Navori Legends of Runeterra League Group Draw Show. I gotta stop naming these things like more than 10 word long titles. Today with us, we have a couple special guests. I'm Headmaster Red, but I have 4 guests here today, and they're all just gonna kind of talk about their opinions on each team. It's gonna be very nice. No trash talk happening. But first, let's start with Targon's Valley Dragon. How's it going, Dragon?
It's going well, Red. Happy to be here, and definitely won't be any flame. Trust.
Okay. Next, we have from Totodile King Gaming, General Schwartz. How's it going, General?
Oh, good. I'm an absolute degenerate, and I will be adhering to none of those polite things that Dragon said.
Okay. Next, you know what? I'll save this person for last. Next, we have Bass Pro Shops M-Tuck. How's it going, M-Tuck?
Yeah, it's going good. Happy to be here and happy to hopefully not be in the group of death this year.
Okay, cool. And last but certainly not least, the one, the only Ace from the Castaways. How's it going, Ace?
Okay, hold on. I gotta not mess up the introduction. Yes, hello, it's me, Ace. I'm doing good. I'm ready to show some insight in the less known players because I know everybody.
Okay, cool.
Stuck the landing there, Ace.
Okay, cool. So just to give a quick rundown, I'll just show the groups draw image real quick. So we have 8 groups of 4 because of total 32 teams. The way we will be drawing teams is we'll be drawing 1 team per group. So the first draw will be group 1, the first team, and then for the second draw, that team will be sorted into group 2. And we'll do that until all the groups are filled, and then we'll show the group image one more time so you'll see who's in each group. And then we'll go back to the wheel, spin it 8 times, rinse and repeat. So yeah. Any early thoughts, guys? I mean, y'all were talking a lot, and now I know it's like kind of quiet in here, so.
It feels like, thinking this through though, it feels like a bit of the end of an era though, because we no longer have the Wombats rule. Because there's only one Wombats team this season.
Oh, that is true. Thank you for bringing that up, because there is a rule. It is no longer the Wombats rule. It is now the always be gaming rule, AVG rule. There is one stipulation to the group draw is that if you're in the same org, you cannot be drawn into the same group. So no ABG teams will be in the same group. No TKG teams who have 3 teams will be in the same group, and no Big Fish Gaming teams will be in the same group. Okay? All right.
I have a question, Red. Does that offer extend to me and the other teams so I don't end up in the group of death?
You know what, Dragon? If you don't want to be in my group, you can just say it.
I was gonna ask Red, what if we put the ABG teams together in one group so maybe they got out of groups, eh? Help them out a little bit.
I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna trash talk. So like, I feel like people would be appreciative of this rule. Is all. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Because if you think the teams are that bad, then wouldn't you want them in your group? Like,
No, it's fine. I want the league to be competitive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I see.
I also didn't say that I'm better. I'm as shit as them. I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, can I just say, Bass Pro Shops is now part of Red Pup Gaming's.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
I mean, hey, the logos are both red. I think I can see it.
Yeah, they both gone fishing, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, let's start it off. We got 32 teams to get through, so we're gonna try to move through this pretty quickly. And let's kick it off with the first spin.
Blood for the blood god, skin for the skin wheel. Let's go.
The first pick will be Targon's Valley.
Yo, first pick right off the bat. All right. Alright, so these guys are pretty cracked, I have to say.
Group 1 is free.
Yeah, dude, Group 1 is so free for Targon's Valley. I completely agree. I mean, yeah, Stolen Conch, he's playing a lot of decks that even we don't know what he's playing sometimes. We got Vengevine, who's a master of just knowing going by the classic phrase, "Hey guys, these decks are good. You should really play them." And then there's these other two guys who just they're just along for the ride, get carried, see how it is.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Griff is a Darkness player, so that does detract a few points from him. But Dragon plays base decks like Peak, so that adds some points to him.
Fuck darkness. All my homies hate darkness.
Okay.
It's really unfortunate that Dragon got rotated.
Yeah, indeed. That's why we were originally Targon's Peak, but ever since the nerf, we've just been in the Valley.
Okay. Okay. Next, we'll pull our second team. Who will be slotting into Group 2? We have... Oh! Big Fish Gaming Piranha.
That does look like a big fish.
I mean, hey, you know what, Ace? They have an Ace on their team, so you want to prove you're the better Ace, you gotta end up on this group.
Oops.
Yeah, last season there was an ace in like EU. I did beat them, so now I would be happily to be in this group where there's another ace. Just
I will say, Waydham playing is a very good player. He has multiple seasonal top cuts. In the old style, and got a top cut this season as well with the Runeterra Open. Played on a team with Dalton last year. Very good player. Control heavy. Rebby and Tang Ace, not as familiar with. But like we said, Ace is just a goated name, so obviously a crack player.
Okay, great.
General, is this Dalton the EU Dalton, or is this the different one?
no, it's
which
not
one?
the EU deal. If you're
It's not the EU one. Okay, I was gonna say
No,
when you said
it's not
control
the EU
player.
deal.
I was gonna be really scared of this team if that was the case, but
The EU Dilton he's a
No,
professional
no.
Valorant player now. The Dilton from EU, he's a professional Valorant player now. So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, dude, don't underestimate the LOR Valorant team.
Okay.
yeah, they've been popping off.
Okay. Also, chat, I have this transition for everything, so if you want me to kill the stinger, just let me know. I don't mind doing it. I know it makes noise and some people don't like it. But we'll go to the first team in the third group.
How do you do drum thing?
I could do that if you really want me to.
It's kind of quiet when the wheel spins.
Tron.
Wow.
Tronin.
So that would be team random object names.
Dang, no one knows the Tron thing, Sag.
Oh, I also will start calling out like logos that I've made. So yeah, this is one. But I'm actually kind of proud of it. But on this team, we have Monte Cristo, Swiffer, Donut, and Jan Sports. And the reason why they're named that, I was explained, is that Swiffer and Donut are random objects. So I guess that's enough to, extrapolate to the whole team.
Hey, you know what? All I'm saying is I think it's a really good thing that they have Swiffer on their team, so they can get some help when they get swept.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to hear.
And look, I'm definitely not saying it because I know I'm safe from their group. Trust. Yeah, but no, these guys are really good players. I mean, Donut was top 16 worlds last year. Bonnie has been a pretty exceptional tournament player. Jan Sports has been flaming me in chats before, so he's pretty solid. And then I don't know anything about Swiffer, so who knows?
Yeah, Swiffer is like a solid player in that he's like, from what I understand, he like he's fairly new to competitive in like lore, but he's been like growing really fast. Kind of like where like Panda might have been last year, where he was like just won, what was it? The one tournament. Can't remember it, but anyway, yeah, like really solid player. Jan Sports got second in season 0, didn't he? With whatever that weird name team was. Stromboli, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Enigma Stromboli.
So he got
the legend, the myth.
And then Donut being worlds. It's a solid team. It's like really solid players.
For sure. Okay, now for Group 4. Who do we got? Is that Wobbly Wombats slotting in into group 4? What do you mean which one? There's only one.
Is this? Oh no!
And they picked up Minion as their image.
Minion OTK making a comeback. Literally Wombats.
So on this team we have Seku, Shadox. He kind of looks like that guy Shadow X on Twitter. Nice Boy and Beast Llama. Yeah, that's a new meme. Right. If people are up to date.
I feel like it's pretty obvious that this team is nasty. I mean,
also for those who don't know, Nice Boy I believe is another name for Milk, and Milk is a very good player as well. Well, he can't go a season without changing his name, so gotta change things up.
True.
The team is a high variance team, right? Like Seku is fairly consistent, but Shadox, Milk, and Llama are all extremely high variance players. Like Milk, I think he almost swept the team when he was on our team in Frozen Monks back then, and like was carrying. But then there was other weeks where he kind of did nothing. Shadox is like if he's trying hard, he's really good. But if you try to get him to be serious, it's sometimes a challenge. Llama is if he's playing Shurima or Echo, he's scary. Sometimes he's not as scary with other stuff. And then Seku is just a solid Masia player.
So it's just kind of like it's a meta call team. Does the meta favor them? Then they're going to be cracked.
Yeah, we'll have to see how good Secret Keeper Echo is going to be this season.
Yeah, it's a mixture of meta and mood for Shadox.
Okay. Let's go into the first team for Group 5.
I love Group 5. Group 5 is always the most base group.
Oh, is that Uwu itself? Hot pink cuties? Alright, I have to find where they are. Hold on.
Did you make this logo red?
No, I did not. Actually, this was made by Kasai. It's the best logo in the tournament, not made by me.
Kasai also did make the TKG logo back in the days, so just banger logos back to back. Also about this team, this is I think they played with TKG on EU last season. Kasai and Luna, I don't remember both are, but they also played in TKG. So this is like a solid team of like players you never know what they're gonna play. So it's kind of unpredictable, You never like Luna can show up and go 9-0 or can show up and say I missed Lurk 6 times in a row and go 0-2. You never know. So
yeah,
I think it's a team that's like slightly harder to predict, I would say.
Yeah, and for people who are like screaming in the chat about like my statement about this being the best logo, listen, they have emotes. So like when you get emotes, then you could come back into the conversation. But right now, they're the leaders for custom emotes. I mean, logos. Any other thoughts on this team?
I can't say much because Luna's half the reason BPS actually made it out of groups last season because they beat ABG Noxus for us. So yeah, great team. They're gonna take it all the
way. Yeah, like you said, logo looks sick. Players look cracked. We'll have to see how they end up doing.
Okay, cool. For Group 6, the first team. Yeah. You have to do it like manually. Church of Targon.
It missed me.
Now, this is a team that is interesting, right? They've had an interesting history with Aegis. I feel like MTUC might know it best. You want to quickly go over their history?
Yeah, so if I remember right, I don't remember season 0 how they did. I know they did well, but it wasn't like they didn't win, obviously.
I think they were in our group, and they were in our group. They finished second, and then I think they got knocked out in the second round of playoffs. Yeah.
Okay, so top 8, and then in season 1 they won. So like they beat us. We were in the finals with them as Frozen Monks, and they like destroyed us. And then in season 2 they didn't make playoffs. So it's like what version of I want to say Church of Targon, but really it's what version of maybe next time are you going to get? The one that plays lore or the one who doesn't play lore?
Okay. Any other thoughts on this team?
I also think, Roji is variable as well. Very dedicated to the Malphite lineup, which is actually, Malphite has been putting in numbers, so that maybe that's a Roji buff. I think it's very hard to say anything bad about a group with Worlds players in it. So I think it just depends on if the meta favors the decks that they want to play. Because if it favors them, they're cracked.
Okay.
I will say they've hedged their bets a bit by getting Blue God and Grant Roji on the same team, because Blue God is a PNZ, like Seraphine, loves that style, and Roji's the exact opposite. So they've hedged their bets a bit.
And he was a late addition. Blue God was just added yesterday. So
that definitely changes.
Last minute sub. You never know what they bring.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think having that flexibility in the team will be really handy. I mean, and they can even swap their lineup, just the 3 players that they want to play, depending on like. I don't think that there's a bad choice.
Okay. Now let's get into the first team for Group 7.
Oh man, I can't look at the stream anymore. My thing crashed.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna watch on Twitch with like 3 minutes delay, no problem.
Okay, we have Froggy Esports.
Alright.
I know a little bit about this team.
I know a bit more, I think. So I actually had a bit of a hand in helping this team get together, because I know Frogman is just getting back into the game after taking a break for a while, and he found out about Aegis and he wanted to make a team. And so I directed a bunch of people his way, and so he wound up getting enough for a team together, and this is what they ended up with. And I think it'll be pretty interesting.
I'm gonna go and say that's cap. I saw Frogman asking RLR who wants to make a team, and this is the 2 players that responded. So I'm gonna say cap on whatever Dragon is saying.
Hey,
but I do like the.
Amanador and Andre, yes, I did direct truth to him.
Okay, 1 out of 4. Okay, I'm gonna give you the 1 out of 4 you did for the
I don't
team.
want to leap to conclusions. I'm just happy that they joined the league.
The players are like new, and it's always exciting when you get like new players joining the LR community.
Yeah. I do want to point out this logo is pretty good. It's up there for sure. But the other thing I want to point out is that Emanador, I think that's how you say his name, is actually Manador. Yeah, he's actually the smartest person in all of LOR, because he finished first in the Easter egg hunt. So, I mean, that's pretty cracked. Ooh. That's pretty like the APM and the brain. Like that's pretty sick.
A card gamer that can read is pretty scary.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
He's also good at finding eggs, apparently, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, if it ever comes back, you know what they can do.
Let's see if they can find any wins in groups.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna.
You know what? So far, their group's looking pretty free.
Okay. They're first in their group, yeah.
First team in Group 8. Let's see it. To round out the first teams, we have. That's Castaways.
Let's go. Wait, I haven't caught up yet. I want to see on the stream. Yeah, let's go. Now, this team is based.
Yep. Now,
it's second edition of Castaways. Yes.
Yep. Ace is gonna flame me because I used the wrong logo for
no way
his other screen.
No, I'm leaving.
But yeah.
This is.
We have.
Do you want to do it?
I was gonna just introduce the players real quick. On this, we have the Giga Snail himself, Samson the Martyr, and Yang Zera.
Alright, so this is the Castaways 2 Smooth G edition. Our boy Smooth Soles is sponsoring us. So, we have to win this one for him. So we're going for the title, definitely. We also have Young Zera from the Wombats and Samson, which absolutely carried me last season in Aegis. So, me being the hype man and the absolute worst player in this team, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. I'm ready for this season. I'm coming for the title. I swear to God.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah, we're also preparing a fourth player.
And you have a win every time.
Yeah, but it's hard to beat them because they're really good. Yeah. We're also gonna get a sub, so it's gonna be 4 players. Now I'm still like deciding if I should get like a better player than me, which isn't hard to find. But we might get 4 good players. You never know. So
are you quitting the team then?
It's also, if you see on the logo, I did add our boy Smooth in there. So now the logo is like 10 out of 10.
I mean, hey, you know what? You don't have Smooth in your team, so might as well stick him in your logo. Am I right, guys?
We have to carry the world's energy, bro. We have to carry the world's energy with us.
Okay. On that note,
no, that's why he's not on your team, Ace. He's still on the boat trying to get over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he'll come as a savior and save me.
Okay, on that note, let's just look at the overall groups real quick, and see where everyone is kind of like sorted out so far. Anybody afraid of any of these groups so far? Maybe not afraid, but like you'd prefer not to be in the same group as them?
I think it's a pretty.
Group 6 is the hardest right now. They're like Group 3 and Group 2 are good too, but Group 6 is the hardest at the moment.
I mean, you can't really judge a group by a single team, but like,
You definitely can. Look at some of these groups under these groups.
I feel like if RPG got slotted into one group, you could probably you could probably garner the strength of that group pretty quickly, right? So
that's cap.
Exactly.
Yeah, the power of the group is the sum of all 4 teams. You know, if it's like only 2 good teams, then like the group will be boring, right? Because you only have like 2 good teams. I don't even think there's like possibility for that because like the power level is like there of the teams, so, like it's close.
Mhm.
But like if you only have like 2 good teams, it's like not even that exciting of a group, right? So
yeah.
Hey man, all I'm saying is these groups look interesting. Let's find out which ones are the group of deaths and why it's to be groups 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8.
Okay, for the second team that's going into Group 1 with Targon's Valley, it will be
Red Pups, not Red Pups, not Red Pups, not Red Pups.
oh,
now
that's
it's
Space
interesting.
Poggers.
Oh no! James against Dragon!
James, I told you it's rigged, man! So, for those who don't know, James, every season so far, basically, my team has interacted with James's team in some way. Last season, we fought in the first round of playoffs. First season, or season 0, I fought James's team in his group. I think it's the same for season 2 as well. So James is like, obviously this season we won't end up in the same group because that's just not gonna happen, obviously. And it turns out it did. So see you in the group,
James. Any other thoughts? I mean, this team is pretty good, right? James, Hawk, Methodical, and Filthy Gamer Weeb.
So Mathonical has been like held back by Salty Simon in like every season, and he's now realized the best path forward is to leave and to join another team. And now this team's really solid because he's not held back by Salty anymore.
Okay.
The shade.
He's not even on his team and he's getting dunked on.
Hey, all I'm saying is I had to beat FGW to get to my one and only top cut, so I think I can do it again.
Okay. Yeah, FGW was also in Top Cut yesterday, right? So he was top 64. Okay, second team to grow into Group 2 with Big Fish Gaming Piranha is...
It's also it cannot be another group
Oh,
Big Fish,
no!
Right?
Red Pup Games.
Well, the fish looks smaller now. That's like something I can say.
Tragic.
Yeah, the group 6 is not the hardest anymore. I lied.
Okay, so, on Red Pup Games, we have Dr. Chekhov, Floppy Mudkip, Manasia, and Gouda Daddy. But, some things to point out really early on is that, Floppy Mudkip did, just go to finals 3 times in a row for the last 3 Runeterra tournaments from Riot. And also helping them prep this season is Card Gamer, who did just win the whole thing yesterday. How are we feeling about this group now that Red Pup Games is in it?
Bro, Floppy won a best of 3 against Season. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Looks like a decent team.
Hey, you know what? Chekhov was my teammate back in the Howdy days, so I'm wishing him the best of luck here, and I'm also glad I'm not in Group 2 right now.
They're not invulnerable, though. I mean, they've dropped sets before. I mean, they are a very consistent team, but I think that just approaching it like you would, just know that they're going to make good plays.
Yeah, General Schwartz, we would beat them, right? If like we were in their group, we would obviously beat them,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Remember,
No fear.
remember, General Schwartz, your team has not been picked yet, so be careful what you say.
Maybe a little bit of fear.
Yeah, I think the big fear about this team is that they just play. They have so much experience because they're constantly playing against each other, which are top players, and they play so cleanly that they punish a lot of mistakes. You have to play near
Very-
perfectly to beat them.
Yeah, BPS played against them in playoffs last season, and we got them to a 2-3. So, but it wasn't quite there. We needed a little bit more push. So
Right.
hopefully we'll get it this year.
Okay. Now the second team to go into Group 3 against Tron will be. Which ABG team is this?
I think this is Bandle. That's my prediction.
That looks like Bandle to me.
Oh, nice one, Dragon.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So ABG Bandle City. What?
All I'm saying is they're called Bandle City, but they picked a P and C
Yeah,
for their logo.
that was
Like, SMH.
confusing. Like when I asked, they were the only one to pick a card not from their region. So that was quite interesting. But on this team,
Yeah,
we
you
have Monty Mayo, Nolib, Krios, and Spartan Enzo.
You know what? Yeah, just for the logo, I have to say bad teams are gonna get knocked out.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, I don't even like mayo. It's like overrated. So
Whoa.
Yeah, mustard.
not the player, the condiment.
Yeah, the condiment. I kind of agree. I don't like
condiment.
mayo either.
It's kind of mid, It's overrated as fuck.
True. Okay, well, I guess not a lot to say about this team except that you guys don't like mayo.
Hey, you know what? I will say they've got some solid players. For being serious, they got some solid players. Monty Mayo's pretty good. Spartan Enzo, I've seen him on ladder a few times. I'll pretend I remember
This is
Nolib
This is
and Krios.
Brazilian players, right? From what I remember.
I think Monty Mayo is Chile.
Okay, well, South American players, yeah, they do seem sometimes they do see cracked sometimes. Honestly, you never know what you get when you play someone from South America. They just randomly skill diffy,
Yeah,
And then they
Monty
get crushed
did.
by Germany, right? Like in the
Okay, yeah. Monty did beat Tankbuster yesterday, and Tankbuster was the number 1 overall seed in Top Cut. So, I mean, definitely not a team you could sleep on.
No, that's definitely, if it's from Latin America, the team is at least decent,
Mhm.
That's like the rule of thumb,
For sure. Second team to go into Group 4 with Wobbly Wombats is.
Colin Kegman.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolute Team Colombia.
Well, another South American team, right?
Yeah.
I mean, their name is Colombia, so I would wager they're from South America.
Or maybe they just really love coffee or other things that are exported from Colombia.
Yeah. So on this team we have Cesar Quivado, which I believe is Sesking. Galilei. Sorry.
Elder Senior.
Yeah, Elder Senior.
Oh, I like his
Maitri and Mariano Martinez.
I mean, Elder Senior, very good player. I just because we don't know who they are doesn't mean that they aren't gonna, bring the heat. I mean,
their names.
Elder Senior won a season.
yeah,
Like-
Elder Senior is very good. I just don't know the other players.
Sesking is good too. And Maitri,
Matri
right?
is really
Mhm.
solid. Yeah, he plays a lot of he's very similar to Cameron Hanzo in terms of what he plays. It's like that kind of style, but he's very good at it. It's like he's not someone you want to just accidentally run into.
Yeah, I don't know. The only player I actually don't think I know is Mariano Martinez. He's in my white room, if you guys know him. So
Isn't?
Go ahead.
I know a Mariano Martinez. I don't know if it's the same guy, but
Okay.
he's an actor from Argentina, I think.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll
But I
wager
don't
it's
think
not the
the same
same.
guy. Hey, you never know. Maybe he, stopped acting, stopped modeling. Now he's a professional LOR gamer. You never know.
Bro, you think that guy even knows what LOR is, SMH?
I mean, you've got Henry Cavill that's playing Warhammer 40K. I feel like it's not that far fetched.
Okay. The second team to go into Group 5 with Hot Pink Cuties is
One of the 7 ABG teams.
Duck Peak.
Almost right.
Yeah, ABG's been dodging the wheel so far.
Yeah, dude, have fun the last round. We have to figure out teams because of that.
Well, if they all survive to the last round, that actually helps, right? Because they can't all be in the same group then.
I mean, we already got PNC, but for now we talk about the Duck Peak, the other Targon's Peak themed team, because
Wait a
one of
minute.
them was not enough.
Red, you said that this is the only region that hasn't picked a card from their region, but this is Duck Peak with a picture of Targon's Peak and picks.
That is. No, I was talking about AVG teams. I was talking about AVG teams.
Okay.
To be
Okay,
specific.
my bad.
But on this team, we have Quacko, a longtime veteran of Aegis. Same with Rusticles and Vinicius Lugi, and XDS-ZMX. How do we feel about this
It's
team?
the ladder team. It's the ladder team. They are all ladder beasts.
I know, man. Quaco seems like a Chad. He sent me like a treasure trash deck that he like got to rank 1 or something with it, and you know that's based. If a man plays treasure trash, you know he's a fucking based individual. That's all I gotta say.
It's not sunk cost.
No. It's treasure trash.
The one I'm most mindful of in this team is XD. He just like sneakily hid in like top 8 of a ladder for like 2 seasons in a row, and then like top. I can't remember how far he got, but then top last season was quite high. I think it was top 4 if I remember right. He just like randomly showed up and stayed good when he showed up, which is like, okay, pay attention to this guy.
Completely opposite of me, eh?
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, they finished pretty solid. They finished pretty good in our group last season. I think we'll have to see how they can do this season. Hopefully they can get out this time.
Okay, cool. The second team to go into Group 6 with Church of Targon. Not this. Nobody saw that.
Oh, it's Duck Peak. Let's go.
No, will be is it the Showstoppers? It's getting close. Total Down King Gaming.
Obviously, Group 6 is the hardest group now.
Okay. So, this TKG2 coming in here. How do we feel about this team? It's got Spider Mansion, Vunder, General Schwartz, and Juicy. What? That's just some bad juju.
Just some bad juju.
Yeah, just some bad juju.
Which I don't know why Juju wanted to be Juicy Joe, but you know that's beyond me.
Okay.
Spider Mansion, she's a very good player, very high on ladder. You know, consistent player like in Aegis. I'm goated. Let's just get that out there. So an explosive team.
I would be surprised if they get more than 2 wins.
I think Swartz, like, you're solid. We'll see about the rest, but Swartz, you're solid. I'll give you that.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. You know, I'll be the anchor.
No, he's certainly saying that because he's here. You know, he can't like say that in your face. You know, that's why he's saying that you're the only good one.
You know,
okay.
Look, I don't care. Insincere, you know, even if they're insincere, I'll take any compliment. Support my
I have hyped your team enough. Now I gotta bring it down, so that's why I'm fucking smashed.
Hey, you know what? I don't know if anyone heard me, but I'll rep Spider Mansion. The rest of you,
True.
It's all right, Dragon. You're the bench player.
dude, I will gladly ride the bench to victory. I don't know.
Keep that seat warm, buddy.
I will. Thank you.
All right. The second team to go into Group 7 with Froggy Esports will be. The Main Pirates.
Bro, let me in this team. Let me in this group. Come on.
Wait,
let me in this group.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to go up against Spids.
Yeah, Spitz is cracked. Are you sure?
Listen,
like
Spitz is cracked. Don't get me wrong, but out of the other options,
let me tell you something about this team, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Now you see this guy called Jimsy. That's the most absolute crack player to ever play Runeterra that I've ever seen play. Like no cap. I was with them in a team, 3U, like 2 seasons ago. They would not like be active all week. They would show up 2 minutes late on phone, 4-0 that week. Can find them 3 days later. But I swear to God, they had like the best win rate out of all of us, and they just like showed up casually, get in there, win all the games, peace out. You know, the best teammate I've ever had. Sorry, Smooth.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Cool. Let's go to the second team in Group 8, the last of the second teams, and see who it is. They will be with Castaways.
Ooh, that's me.
That is you. And it will be
watching the
ABG
wheel.
Noxus.
Wait, we were against ABG Noxus last season. We knocked them out on tiebreakers. If it's the same,
The
same ABG team, I don't know.
The
There's too much
roster
ABG.
is Arax, Rogio, Chelu, and Chinos.
All ABG teams are the same, anyways. I'm gonna beat like all of them, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in our group last season. They're a solid team. I think we went 1-1 first time. I don't remember who won the collab set. But yeah, they're definitely solid, good players. Don't have anything bad or good to say about them per se. Just solid players.
Okay. Is that it from everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show
facing them.
I'll show the groups real quick again, so we can get a quick rundown. Group 1 with Targons Valley and Team Space Poggers. Group 2 with Big Fish Gaming, Piranha, and Red Pup Games. Group 3, Tron and ABG Bandle City. Group 4, Wobbly Wombats and AT Columbia. Group 5 with Hot Pink Cuties and Duck Peak. Group 6, Church of Targon, Totodile King Gaming. Group 7, Froggy Esports and the Main Pirates. And Group 8, Castaways and ABG Noxus. Any thoughts on these groups so far?
I'm glad to not be in group 2.
Okay. All right. Any other thoughts?
ABG.
Group 2
Wow.
and Group 4 are the teams that I'm mindful of. Group a little bit of 6, but 2, 4, and 6 are the 3 that I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Trying to avoid.
Okay.
Yeah,
7 looks like the group of death so far. Because guys, group of death by definition is a group where all 4 teams can make
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
You know?
That's
So
true.
like group 7 does look like a group of death for me right now.
That is true.
Also,
that's-
I am legally obligated to say a message I received from an anonymous source saying, "Surely our group does not get harder."
Surely clueless. Also,
Surely clueless.
MTux, I want to remind you, I think like every season, your team gets picked like last. So it's kind of looking like it's going to happen again, to be honest.
So Red,
We've been the
what you're
last-
telling me, what you're telling me is because Group 1 is not rigged in any way, shape, or form, you're gonna roll MTuck's team right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, put me in Group 1. Give me the easier ride.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, Venge wants revenge on Aikado, so let's do it.
Okay, the third team to go into Group 1 with Targons Valley and Team Space Poggers is... just missed.
Dang.
BVBSS.
Ooh,
So Broken
European
Ball.
import.
Yeah.
But Methodical gets to play against Salty Simon. He gets to play against his weight.
Gets his revenge.
Their team image didn't pull up for me, but you can see their roster right here. Broken Ball, Baya, and Salty Simon. I mean, this team's pretty correct, no?
Kind of insane.
Yeah,
eh?
but they're
The
all a
only
bunch
way
of
they
EU
can lose.
players.
Yeah, but all of these players play AM tournaments like every weekend. Like I think their sleep schedule is like, already in sync with like all the American tournaments. So I don't think you can like hope they're sleep deprived and beat them. I think this team is like very strong, and it's definitely not EU biased.
Hopefully they
Ace,
just run out of caffeine.
Yeah, Ace, see, I have a simple strategy to beat them. Instead of them being the one sleep deprived, I'll be the one who's sleep deprived to beat them.
Yeah, real talk, this team's like really, really solid. Baya and Broken Ball are really, really insane players. Salty is control or aggro. He's one of the two, and you got to flip a coin for which one to expect.
Mhm.
Broken can literally play anything, and Baja usually just picks whatever's meta because he isn't thinking too hard about it, and then somehow still wins. So they're good team, solid group. I would be not afraid, but I wouldn't want to play against them if I could pick my team.
Okay. Now, I do want to say that there's a little lore here with their logo. While I show their team image that I finally got to pull up.
Not just their names.
So, Broken Ball told me that he went to an AI website and just generated the logo there and ripped it straight from the website without paying, is what he told me. So
Very important.
yeah, interesting. That might explain why it's BBBSS. But yeah, I thought that was a little interesting of a story. He was very proud of it too.
Yeah, it took like
I could have made that in like Word.
Hey man, those word art skills take a lot of effort. I'll have you know.
You have to click like 3 buttons and choose a font. It really is pretty taxing.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but
exactly.
if you just
I don't want to play
tell
3
the
cards
AI
per
to
turn.
do it. Yeah, if you just tell the AI to do it, it's like super easy now.
Okay, so the third team to go into Group 2 with BFG Piranha and Red Pup Games. Obviously, it can't be another BFG team.
I'm calling Mastering
Mastering
Runeterra.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Crowstorm. Crowstorm. What do we know about Crowstorm, guys?
I know that
I think
I know that Stormcrow is a really cool Magic card.
Uh-huh.
I think they wanted the Caw nickname, but we already had it. So
I mean, I like the choice of background there. The pigeon.
Crimson
stick.
Pigeon was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Rav does the Noximus, like tournaments.
Yep.
Lucky's been out of the game for a while, just recently came back. Snowy I am familiar with, but any knowledge has fled my brain.
Okay.
I mean, now we're getting close to the springtime, so I think Snowy's power level is going to start going down in the coming weeks.
But
so
if Lucky, like keeps to his name, maybe
I mean, they ended up in Group 2, so I don't think they ended up that lucky.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, hey man, you know what they say? Better lucky than good. And you know what? Good's not on this team, so.
Unfortunately, I think that the name is going to end up ironic.
Yeah,
it's okay. It makes like a better underdog story if they like make it out through like a harder group and it was like super hype, So like they have that going for them, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, like because of how the season's like structured, all they have to do is get third, and they have hope. So let's see if they can get third.
Yeah. Okay. So the third team that'll slot into Group 3 with Tron and ABG Bandle City, which can't be an ABG team, will be. Oh, TKG. What is their name again? Tactical Kinku Guild, right? Is that right?
Tactical Kinku Guild. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
The Megatron.
I heard inside TKG, they didn't actually like this name, but so like that's what I've heard. But
Tactical Kinku Guild.
Yeah, I think it's a reference to Kennen, right? So, in this team we have Iglufu, Wild West Wild, Sauron 379, and Goddraw. Any thoughts?
Looks decent to me. I know Godra, that is a really decent player. He was, I think, one of the on last season on TKG 1, he had like the best win ratio, and it's like I know that about them. So
yeah, it sounds like he was drawing really well.
It might be godlike drawing,
Maybe.
I think Igloo is like top 30 on ladder right now.
Yeah.
I mean, just tearing up the stats. Has been playing apparently playing a ton of the Leona like Samira.
Oh, don't share. Oh man, you're sharing secrets, bro. You're sharing secrets from your sister team, man. What are you doing here?
You click his name and you click most played deck, you're gonna see what he's been playing.
Hey man, you think people do scouting in this league? Whoa. We show up like at 11:50 and submit our decks in 10 minutes. All right.
Okay.
I mean, that's a little too real.
Okay.
You're right. We don't do that. We show up at 11:55 and do it.
I could say that this TKG team looks better than TKG 2. That I can say.
Okay,
Wait a second.
little toxic.
Hang on a second, Ace. I don't see a TKG 2.
That's there was TKG 2, right? The Todd Teal.
Do you mean Castaways too? Because I would agree.
Okay, well, moving on. The third team to go into Group 4 with Wobbly Wombats and Absolute Team Columbia is...
Oh, is it MR?
MR!
Oh, it's MR!
Mastering Runeterra Tryhards.
Mr. Tryhard.
Okay, Group 4 is in contention for the hardest team with Group 2 now. Group 2 got a fairly chill team this round. Group 4 got another top 3 team.
That's a good way to say that.
Call this group,
team.
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Yeah.
Like the
I like
tank
my
Prodigy
I like my tea
combo is
iced.
nuts.
Yeah, like M Tuck was saying, Prodigy and the Tank Buster, they actually met through Aegis. That's true story, by the way. And they've been playing together ever since, and they always do really well. So
Also, this is a like very better upgrade than last Mastering Room team, right?
I don't even remember the
Yeah,
last one.
The problem with like previous Master and Terra teams is that they didn't practice for Aegis. They kind of just showed up and were like, let's play Ionia. And now we have like one guy who likes to play Ionia and Kever, and he's the best Ionia player. And then we have Prodigy, who's probably the best Shurima player, and then Tank, who is arguably one of the top 3 players in like the NA region. And then Santa, who is like also a really solid player. So it'll. This is a scary team.
It's a very good team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're a really try-hard team, I would say, judging by the name.
I mean, if they show up and they prep, I think that this is going to be like a very strong team. And even if they don't prep, they're still going to be strong.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. The third team that will go into Group 5 with Hot Pink Cuties and Duck Peak
Showstopper
is ABG Targon.
Yo, it's Ryan's team.
Oh wait, is this
Yeah.
is this the one decent ABG team that's like from Southeast Asia?
Yeah, this is the really solid ABG team.
Yeah. This is the solid ABG team. Okay, this team I can say is like the good ABG team because they're like from the SEA region. So
Yep, it's
that's
got
all I gotta say.
Ryan on it, Zessen, Pokeberry34, and Kaizen, and they come every season, and they always
I
do
think
really
it's
well.
Kaizen, no?
Kaizen? It might be Kaizen. But yeah, I'm very familiar with them, and they always do pretty well in Aegis.
For anyone in this group, if you target Heimer, you'll at least hit Pokeberry. He brought Heimer every week last season.
All I'm saying is,
Okay.
you prepare for the decks Heimerdinger, Jace, and Varus X. You will probably hit most of their decks.
Also, MTech, it might be that they just don't have a collection on their American account, that's why they just love Heimerdinger, they gotta play Heimerdinger.
It could be. He also, I'm pretty sure, won, because isn't Pokeberry the guy who won 2 seasons? Or am I off?
I don't know, man. Does anybody even keep stats for?
I think he did. He did both of Heimer.
Pokeberry, good. Heimer,
Look,
good.
man. Hey, you know what? This team knocked us out of playoffs, so this team's obviously really good, especially Ryan.
Okay. So the third team that will go into Group 6 with Church of Targon and Totodile King Gaming. It can't be TKG, so if they get drawn, they'll fall right into Group 7. But it won't be. It'll be Big Fish Gaming Marlin. What do we know about this team?
Well, I know that Lied, who is an absolute bastard and spells his name with it's IIED with a capital I, so it's lied but not lied.
Oh my god, it's not lied, it's II.
Yeah, it is. When you try to add them, just keep that in mind. It is IIED.
It is a nightmare. Well, he used to be the Ziggs Talia, master, but that's been rotated, so we'll have to see how he adjusts. Goofy, I think Goofy might have gotten a top cut this weekend for the Open. So
did he?
Have to see.
I know he had a 9 and X record. I don't remember if he actually topped.
Yeah,
I saw him. He bubbled, if not.
So,
also, the Big Fish Gaming Twitter game has been popping off lately. So
yeah, true, very true.
Big ups for that as well.
They also, I feel like, had the best choices for their team image. They all picked pretty relevant fish, and I was very happy about that. Really on theme. Good job, guys.
Also, they're very good. They have very good color coordination. So I appreciate that as well.
I agree. Very good color
Red,
coordination.
well, you're on that point. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Okay, I'm going to back to the wheel, and for the third team to go into Group 7, which is Froggy Esports and the Main Pirates,
Let's go BPS, BPS, BPS.
It will be
Slow down.
Lunatic Fringe.
Bro, get me in this group.
What is this
I'll
group
bet-
of death or group of life? What's the actual name of it?
I'll tell you. I'm sure that Unhinged is wanting BPS in that group too. He wants to play you guys every season, so I'm sure he'll welcome you into Group 7 with open arms. But as
Let's
we can
get it. Come on.
as we can see, we have Unhinged, Quintech, Black Dan Justice, and Riot Ice. I mean, this is a good team.
There is no
Nice.
telling what they will bring.
Mhm.
When we played against them last year, you could have just thrown darts at a wall with the champions, and you might have gotten one of their decks. It is creative.
Yeah.
They have consistently gotten better every season.
Yeah, every
That's what I
season
will
they
say.
do get better. That's true. They are like that means if they continue this trend, they're definitely primed for playoffs. Like
I would put them in first in their group at the moment, actually.
Oof.
And
No,
then,
Okay.
what I was saying,
by
that
far.
is not a dig at them at all. They bring crazy things, and it puts you off balance.
Yeah.
Because the decks that they bring are like still like a decent power level, and you're just like, wait, what am I supposed to do here? So it really makes the pick ban a little bit more
interesting.
stressful.
Yeah.
Also, for everyone in chat, Riot Dice is not an actual Riot employee, so they don't have any secret buffs, from Riot. So just wanna,
Yeah, they're not gonna get 2 crystals when they predict, guys. Trust.
You will not get a fist bump deck from them.
Well,
Okay.
the only thing that's gonna slam a fist into you is is your Nexus.
Okay. All right.
nice one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Next, the third team for the final group, Group 8, with Castaways and ABG Noxus, will be
That's me.
ABG.
unless we draw an ABG team. Oh,
Just give me the it's fine.
TKG.
Oh.
Didn't that happen last season too?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
But
good to
there's-
see the B roster finally get picked.
It's okay. It's okay. They don't have smooth soloists in this team anymore, so it's fine. It's fine. It's a beatable team,
Yeah, they only have Wecker, who finished like rank 1 last season. No big
Yeah, and
deal.
it's fine. It's fine. I thought the Shurima Infinite deck is not playable, so. And I also, funny enough, I know their secrets because I was in voice chat with them just before I came here. So now I have some inside knowledge about them, so that can help me out.
I mean, it's hard to talk down. I mean, all joking aside, it's hard to talk down on any of them. They're all
Yep.
very good players. They've made seasonal top cuts, made worlds. Like
Yes,
I
Samson,
mean-
Chem, and Douglas were all in seasonals qualification last season. So, and Symphony ended the rank 1 last season. So it's definitely like on the higher scale of like the power level of the team. So it's
Yeah.
definitely
Also,
a team
You know
to
what?
be worried about.
Yeah, for sure. And also, the biggest indication for this team, in my opinion, is that Symphony also beat me in a 1v1 in League of Legends, which I think is the most relevant detail here.
Okay.
This team is interesting. Like a year ago, they would have been a bunch of players who they are in the community, but they're not tryharding. But within that 1 year difference, they went from being players who were just in the community to players who are they're scary. They have a lot of accolades to them. They've topped multiple seasonals. They're solid players. So it's
Also-
insane how much this team has grown in a year.
Also, from what I believe, I think the Chem is the only person to top seasonals in both Americas and EU, and it was legally before we get into some drama here. So they moved from Americas to Europe for some time, and he was allowed to play. So I think he topped in both seasonals. So just adds to the power level of the team.
Very cool. So let's go do a group recap real quick. As we can see in Group 1, Targon's Valley, Team Space Poggers, and BBBSS. Group 2, Big Fish Gaming Piranha, Red Pup Games, and Crowstorm. Group 3, Team Random Object Names, ABG Bandle City, and Tactical Kinku Guild. Group 4, Wobbly Wompats, AT Columbia, and Mastering Runeterra Tryhards. Group 5, Hot Pink Cuties, Duck Peak, and ABG Targon. Group 6, Church of Targon, Total Dog King Gaming, Big Fish Gaming Marlin, Group 7, Froggy Esports, Main Pirates, Lunatic Fringe, and lastly, Group 8, the Castaways, ABG Noxus, and Team Keg Gaming. So, how are we feeling about these groups? I want to kind of go through each one of you, and I want you to pick your two strongest and your two weakest, because I think the strongest and weakest might be obvious. So, MTuck, what is the two strongest groups here, and what are the two weakest, in your opinion?
Two strongest is 2 and 4. I don't know which ones. Like, so 2's got the strongest individual team, but 4 has like 3 top 8 teams. So that's where I'm kind of like, it's hard to separate them. Like, if you put like another top team into Group 2, it's also the hardest group again. But if you just put like another like good team in Group 4, it's still in contention for the hardest group. So 2 and 4 definitely the top, and then as far as the bottom, 7 is probably lowest, and then after that you're looking at this is hard. 5 or 1 are the two that I'd put next lowest.
Okay. Does everybody kind of agree, or did anybody got different opinions from that?
I would say Group 8 might. Oh no, that Group 8 is like the Rogio team.
Group 8 looks like, not like the best teams, but like the power level of the teams is there, so that's why it makes it, interesting. But I don't think it's like necessarily the strongest group. I would disagree with Group 2 because like, once you have like Red Pubs, you also need like 2 other teams to like compete there. So I think like 4 is like arguably the strongest group right now.
Yeah, I think 4 is probably one of the strongest groups.
Okay.
All right, let's round them up, eh?
Yeah, let's finish each group. The first group, which has Targon's Valley, Team Space Poggers, and BBBSS, will get their final team, which will be also, by the way, MTuck, your team still hasn't been picked, which is hilarious.
Yep, that is the pattern. They're the last round.
Does Venge get to get revenge on Aikado?
The Showstoppers.
Showstopper.
So, how do we feel about this team? Unless you guys don't know who's on the team.
Well, I'm behind because I'm watching on Twitch. That's why.
Okay.
I think they're pretty good. I mean, you've got Henneke. Greg, Scissor. I mean, they're all. I mean, I think they're all very good players. AJ is typically at the top of the ladder. Greg, I think, is a pretty consistent tournament player when he's not running them. Henneke is a wild card.
I was with Greg in the Castaways last season. He definitely puts in the time to prep, So if he does the same thing this season again, it's looking good for the team.
Yeah, rip in peace. No ace grudge match against Greg.
Yeah, I'll beat his ass, but okay.
Just have to meet in playoffs.
You know what, Ace? If you can beat his ass, I think we can too here at Targon's Valley.
Okay, throwing shade on both of us at the same time.
I will say, AJ the Pro is possibly like the most underrated player in the league. Like, that guy's nuts.
He has D Pro in his name. He must be good, eh?
He's an insanely good player. People just tend to focus on Henneke because Henneke has the top 4
name
over and over and over again meme. So
yeah.
Okay. So let's round out Group 2, which has Big Fish Gaming Piranha, Red Pup Games, and Crow Storm.
BPS.
Ooh.
So that's Big Fish Gaming Bass. They will not slot into Group 2. They will slot into Group 3 with
dodging a bullet.
Team Random Object Names, ABG Bandle City, and Tactical Kinku Guild.
So STEM organizations.
The BFG Bass, who has Moth, Mazaza, Shirokuro, and Alexander. How do we feel about this team?
I believe like 2 of these players were on Sans Nora Poppy last season, right?
Oh yeah,
Mazaza and Shirokuro.
Sans Nora Poppy, yeah.
Yeah, so they took games out of me personally and ABG, and OCE, so definitely not a team to underestimate. They were last season. I would assume these are upgrades from last season with Moth and Alexander, because I've seen Alexander a lot on like Twitter, like casually, randomly topping a tournament. I like their names, so like there's that.
Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander's good.
I was gonna say has one of the most annoying names to try and type in.
Oh, yeah.
So just
Yes.
Alexander.
because
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
it's with
special
an
characters.
E and A, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Alexander is similar to AJ the Pro in my mind. They're both like primarily ladder, although they also have good tournament results. But they're always in the top. Like you always just see
And-
them shooting up the ladder. The rest of the players I'm not super familiar with. I know Moth is like an aggro player and is a very good aggro player, but he's kind of only been an aggro player. I've never seen him do well in other meadows. So
Aggro
we'll see
kind of
if,
dead this season, no?
yeah, that's like the thing I'm kind of like worried about in that regard. But the rest of them I don't know too much about.
Alex, if you play Alex, ban bar. You do not want to play against Alex's bar. He
Agreed.
makes it work when it's good, when it's bad. It is not a matchup you want to play. Moth is definitely on the more aggressive tilt of things. You'll see Echo Jinx. I mean, we'll play kind of those more aggressively tilted decks. So I think with Leona Samira, and maybe a few pocket picks, he's someone that is will find lethal when you don't expect it.
Okay. Now, because of that, they did slot into Group 3. So we will be rounding out Group 2 with BFG Piranha, Red Pup Games, and Crowstorm.
So Bass Pro Shop, even they do have a fish on their thing, they can still get picked in this group, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, just asking.
But it won't be. It'll be Void Netta.
Ooh. But also some aggressive
Yeah,
warming.
someone was excited to see that happen. For some reason, it's not loading for me. Give me a moment. I don't know why.
I guess we can.
They've been lost in the void.
Oh, nice one.
Okay, so speaking of Void, Void is one of the players in their team. The other ones are Kamilari, Chakran. I know Kamilari is a very good player. I was with my team, Audio Gamers. Glad to see him making a well this season.
Yeah. So
If I remember correctly, they did make top cut twice so far in Aegis, right? Unless I'm misremembering, but I do remember.
Yeah, they missed once.
Yeah, so they are definitely a solid team.
okay. Very cool.
They're the team that plays control when control's bad. So that's how I recognize this team.
Which
If
isn't the
control's good, they're
worst thing,
scary.
I guess.
If control's bad, they're a whole lot less scary.
Okay.
Control decks in 2023, I can't.
So just a heads up. There's 2 AVG teams left, and there's only 3 slots for them to go into left. So it could work out pretty simply, but we might, if they don't get drawn here, if one of them doesn't get drawn here, we're probably gonna have a little bit of shenanigans. So
We could just force them, just flip a coin. That's cool.
Yeah, force them.
I'm thinking, for some reason, I feel like you may or may not want to be in Group 4. I don't know why.
I think if we flip a coin between the AVG teams, it's perfectly fair.
okay, so Group
Eggs
4
wheel, baby.
with Wobbly Wombats, Absolute Team Colombia, and Mastering Runeterra Tryhards. Let's see who joins.
Ball don't lie.
Okay, wait, no, AVG. No.
Krug Crew.
Oh no, not the Krugs.
So Krug Crew will slot in to Group 4. What do we think about this team? They were here last season. They have Abyssal Arg, Ardent Guardian, Epicat, and Pixelette.
I will say one thing for sure is they have stepped up their logo game. I think their logo this season looks much better than last season. Definitely that aspect.
Okay.
I like it. I think it's a decent team. Now they didn't get much luck because in comparison to the other teams in their group, they might fall a little bit short. But I definitely think it's not just like a team that can get swept under the rug and GG go next. And if they get like disrespected that much and nobody preps for them, I think that like maybe they can steal a few games. And as MTech said previously, you only need the top 3 to have chances, and that's doable. I think I'm a believer. I think that's doable for the Krugs.
Okay.
I'm really glad you believe, Ace. You're probably the only one in the call that does, but I'm glad you did.
I have to be, bro. I have to root for the small guy.
Don't underestimate the underdog buff.
Okay. I think on that note, just as a quick update, the 2 last AVG teams will go into Group 6 and Group 7. The other 2 teams that are not AVG will end up in Group 5 or Group 8. So kind of the rest of the spins are just determining which order that is. So who will slot into Group 5?
Oh man, it looks like I'm getting MTech in my group.
Bass
Oh.
Pro Shops.
Hey, not last.
Damn, there's no MTech in my group. I'm kind of sad.
I'll take this one. This is the second group that I wanted to get into, not 7, so I'll take it.
Okay. Also,
It makes me happy that you were scared to get into my group, MTech.
great image, by the way. I will say, great choice. But yeah, I mean, they've been here every season. They used to be Frozen Monks. Now they're Bass Pro Shops. M-Tuck, Ikato, Cephalopod, and Cash. So two mainstays and 2, I wouldn't say really new faces, but new to this team, right, M-Tuck?
Yeah, so Akaido and Cash, they I think it was the Centials duo tournament that didn't pan out too well, but they worked together in that league. So we brought Cash in from that, and then I know that Sleepy Panda is a bit busy with school, so we decided to bring in Cephalopod instead. Me and Steph have tried to play together in quite literally every team league since team league started, and have always either I messaged him and he already found a team, or he would message me and I already started working on a team. This never panned out, but we've been wanting to play together on a team quite literally since team started. So I'm looking forward to winning this one with him.
Okay.
Oh, so emotional. I almost cried. Almost shed a tear there.
It's like the end of the Hallmark movie.
It really is. I'll own that one.
Okay, so on that note, we have to just determine which AVG team goes into Group 6 and which one goes into Group 7. Because Ducks Peddlers will automatically sort into Group 8. So,
hey, that's my group.
Let's get the let's prolong the suspense by rolling Dust Peddlers here.
Okay. Dragon, you're really quiet, by the way. I don't know what happened.
Who knows, man?
So for Group 6, it will be AVG Piltover.
Ooh, PNZ. That's also from my group last season.
Well, actually, they split PNZ into Piltover and Zon this season. Yeah.
Yep.
So, obviously, great picture choice, by the way. And then this team has Lear, Majestic, Weifang, and Taptricity.
It's not my. It's not the team that's my group.
Their card art is the University of Piltover, so that obviously shows they're big brain players right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me a lot of confidence in this team already. And
this is in Group 7 or Group 6?
Group 6.
Sorry, I forgot. Okay, 6. Okay. Just asking.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this team?
I mean, Lear's got the stats. I mean, he's got the power of math on his side.
That is true.
I think that.
Okay. Good. Very cool. And we have 2 spins left. We know who's going where, but we always have to give everyone a spin. Everyone gets a spin. So, last but certainly not least, in Group 7, is this Zon?
Oh, still. Nice. It actually worked out in the end. It's hilarious.
Is this Zon?
I think so.
Guys, you gotta make your colors a little more different. Please.
You're absolutely right. They should all be different shades of yellow, so we can't really get tell the difference.
So also, great card art choice, And then AVG Zon has Tie Guy, Never Punished, K-Felt, and Walkabout.
This is the team I faced last season. Yes. We beat them at third tiebreaker, I think. It wasn't set win, it was game wins, and it was hilarious. I talked the shit to Walkabout for the last like 6 months because of it. So 10 out of 10 would do it again.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
this
what I
is
think.
the second best ABG team in my opinion. It's close with Nox, like between which one's the second best. But especially if we're in like a P and Z meta, which is what we're kind of in right now. I look at like Walkabout in particular, and he likes his Demacia tricks. He likes his making spells cost mana, and in this kind of targeted like this environment where you can just straight up target something and you'll hit your target a lot of the time. That's kind of scary. So
Yeah,
And-
Walkabout is well known for being a proponent of the triple Stony Suppressor lineup.
And this
Also
is
known
group
as the
7.
LP donation deck.
Oh my god, group
Yeah,
7
you're
is
right, dude. Because the
wild.
PNC players queue up and donate LP to him.
Okay,
And he
so
donates it right back to the.
Alright, we gotta
Demacia
spin
players.
for the duck for the last team, right? We gotta
right, the
spin for
last
peddler.
team that will go into Group 8.
Dust peddler.
All right, come on,
They
get
gotta
the
spin
line,
it.
get the line, get the line.
Oh.
Oh, we missed it.
Oh, it's gonna be almost exactly on them. Dusk
Oh.
Peddlers.
Woohoo.
So, Dusk Peddlers. Also, great image choice. You know, I'm gonna.
I was gonna say
it's pretty
they
obvious,
didn't
but
pick
like,
Lunari.
yeah.
They didn't pick Lunari Dustbringer. They're actually trolling. So you know, at least they got that part right. So they're already off to a good start.
Right. So on this team we have Drevander 51, Grey Merchant 47, and Dusk 2680.
So are they peddling Dusk? Are they like looking to like make trades before the deadline, or is that not what Dusk peddling is?
That's what I would assume. But it also is very reminiscent of Puff Cat Peddlers who just didn't make the cut this time, unfortunately. But yeah, I think. What do you think about this team? Obviously, Grey Merchant 47 had a great showing at day one of the Open. What about the rest of the team?
I know Drevander's like a solid player. He's not standout, but he's like I've played him enough and like had good enough games against him that I recognize his name.
Mm-hmm.
So that's impactful. I don't know Dusk, and the fact that the name is after him, though, I mean, maybe he's like the best player on the team because they named it after him. So
Right.
Okay.
And they're still peddling for a fourth, so the team can get a lot better.
Okay. All right.
But hey, you know
Also,
what?
Draven was rotated.
Oh yeah, rip Draven, man.
Okay.
What 3-3 Draven won, Riot.
On that note, we have all of our groups sorted out.
Woohoo.
So let's do the last little rundown and talk about it. Group 1. You know, we'll do it group by group and have you guys discuss in each group maybe who you think is getting out and who's not getting out.
All right.
Well, actually, to make it easier, right? Like, just pick the team that's going out, right? Let's make it really spicy, okay? Because only one team in each group gets eliminated in the regular season, so you have to pick that
It's actually
team.
quite easy to pick, right? It's quite easy to pick because like 5 out of 8 times you just pick AVG and it's like super free to pick. Right?
Okay. Anyway, so group 1, this might be more difficult for you, Ace, since there is no AVG team in it. Targon's Valley, Team Space Poggers, BBB, SS, and the Showstoppers.
You didn't need to name any of the other teams after the first one. We can move on to group 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. It could be a space like SP might not make it out. I think the top 2 teams in the group are the bottom 2 teams. Like they'll be 3rd and 4th. So the question is just who ends up 4th.
You know, that's an interesting statement because I was actually gonna say BBBSS is the one that's not gonna make it out of our group.
No.
We gotta take out the EU players early.
Good
No,
luck.
I can't.
I hope you succeed. I'd love to have an easier play.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and say SP doesn't make it.
Okay. All right, so group 2, Big Fish Gaming, Piranha, Red Pup Games, Crowstorm, and Voidnetta. This is actually, like, probably, I would say there's 2, like, teams that you expect to get out, and then 2 teams that are probably wild cards, right?
I would probably say that just because I don't know them as players as well, and I know that Lucky had been out of the game for a little bit while. I would probably say Crowstorm is more likely to be eliminated. Red Pup obviously is the favorite.
go.
I'm gonna
Gerald.
go with
Yeah,
Void.
that's enough.
I don't
Going
think
with
Void will
Void.
make it
I'm
out.
gonna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would go with Crow.
I mean, Stormcrow is a really cool thing, so I'm gonna have to go with Void as well. The team that's not gonna get out.
The logo
I'm
edge is pretty strong.
Yeah, I gotta root for the logo and team name.
I don't know, man. I think you're all tripping. I would say Void would take first over Red Pops if you ask me.
I
Listen,
think you're
Bob
all.
is
I
a-
think you're all tripping, but not. I mean, I think Ace is also tripping a little hard too.
I mean, hey,
Okay, I'm kind of tripping. I'm just tripping harder, no?
Yeah.
hey man, Ace can't vote for Big Fish Gaming Piranha. They literally have someone else named
Yeah, they
Ace.
have Ace. You know, I can't say they will
They're
go out.
legally obligated to get out, so Ace can eliminate them himself.
Oh, okay. Okay. So for
Yeah.
group 3, we have Team Random Object Names, ABG Bandle City, Tactical Kinku Guild, and Big Fish Gaming Bass. How do we feel about this group?
I don't remember
Pretty
any of these.
even.
Monte Cristo's team is the Tron group. Tron team.
That's the only one I
And
remembered.
that's the
Yeah.
second BKG team and Big Fish.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go with the Big Fish team. Is not gonna get out for this one.
What do you guys think about the ABG Bandle City? I mean, I know Matt.
Monty.
I guess I just don't know the other players, but Matty is crazy. Like, so I guess that is a pretty strong mark in their book. I guess I'd have to go with the BFG.
Okay. Okay.
What's the bottom left team? Who are they again?
Tactical Kinku
TKG.
Guild.
Oh.
That's Igloo.
Oh, I'm going with them. They're not making. They're not
That's-
making it out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're not making it out.
All right.
The other three, I think, are slightly
I think I'm looking at the wrong people list at this point. I'm just lost in the sauce.
Okay, okay. Let's move over to group 4. We have Wobbly Wombats, Absolute Team Columbia, Mastering Terror Tryhards, and Krug Crew. Who is not
It's
making it
really
out?
hard to pick, right? It's a really hard to pick here, right?
I feel really bad for Craig Crew. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
I'm a
I hate
believer,
to,
man. I'm
I
a
hate to
believer.
vote for Krug Crew here, but I think I'm gonna vote for Krug Crew here.
I believe that
To
Krug
take
Crew
first
will
place,
prove us
they're
wrong.
not gonna
No,
have
no,
the
no.
Mastering Terror
I'm still
Tryhards.
gonna say they're gonna make 4, but I still want them to make it 3, even though I'm saying they make 4.
Okay.
So big support to them, but I'm gonna say they don't make it.
Now, keep
I
in
think if there's an upset, it's
Mhm.
Wombats. They'll make it out. If there's an upset, it's Wombats that don't make it.
Okay. You guys keep in mind this time around, the tiebreakers are a little different, right? So it's not only match win, then it is head to head. So you actually have to beat people head to head. You have to own that
Just
that
one
matchup
team.
record. So
Is it head to head before game wins?
Yes.
Win ratio. Okay.
Yes,
so
yeah.
that's like more important now. Okay.
yep. Because you play each
Okay.
team 3
Making
times,
sure.
so you will have a head to head
Mhm.
record.
Smart.
So
Smart.
group 5. How are we feeling about group 5? I think we know what team is getting out, right? I feel like
Bass Pro Shop?
yeah, Bass Pro Shop's really got a good draw, but all the other teams are kind of in the, could fight for the second or third spot, in my opinion.
See, I took that getting out the wrong way.
Okay.
Right there.
I would say
Oh.
I would say us and ABG Target are like easily top 2. I won't actually say it's an easy top or easy top for us. It's an easy top 2, but it's not an easy top. ABG Targon is like
Well,
Yeah,
also
this might be the only group where I don't vote for ABG to go out because they are pretty decent. So I'm gonna go with Duck Peak not making out.
okay.
Yeah, I can't vote against that hot pink cuties logo, so I gotta vote for Duck Peak as well.
Okay. I do want to remind that Bass Pro Shops.
Duck
Doesn't-
Peak is the Quaco team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, but that's also good.
Ladder Demons.
Bro, I'm gonna go with Bass Pro not making it, man. Come on, this is a stacked group.
To be fair, Bass Pro Shops has had some shaky regular seasons, if I remember correctly.
Also, we do have to put in perspective that Cephalopod and MTAC has never played in a team before, so maybe the chemistry isn't there. I'm gonna go with Bass Pro not making it.
no,
actually,
Red.
you
This
know
is what
what?
you're this is what you're forgetting, Red.
Yeah.
Is cuties are the reason we got into top cut last time.
Okay.
And they're in our group again.
Okay.
So they're gonna help us get the top.
Okay.
No.
You
Now
know
it's the
what?
other way around. Now you
guys
have
made
to
some
help
good
them.
points. And you know what? Thinking of it more, Kuwako's team did help us get out of our group last time, and ABG Targon knocked us out. So actually, no, ABG Targon's not getting out of this group. That's my vote.
Okay. And group 6, we have Church of Targon, Totodile King Gaming, Big Fish Marlin, and ABG Piltover. Who's not getting out?
ABG.
Yeah, everybody agree?
Yeah, ABG.
Okay.
Oh, it's Piltover, right? You know what? I'll vote for the EBG. I mean, Lear is really solid, but I'm gonna
Dragon.
put what?
Oh no, it's okay. This is not the walkabout. You cannot vote against
Yeah,
walkabout.
I know.
This is not the walkabout team.
Yeah, no, this is. I was making sure this wasn't Zon. Yeah, no, I can vote for PNC or Piltover.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because this group is more interesting than other groups. Instead of who tops this group in Group 7? That would be my question for this one.
Which ABG is this?
Zon.
This
is the walkabout team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go LF.
Shout out to Bob Chuck.
The Lunatic
Oh,
Fringe.
unhinged.
Bro,
I'm giving unhinged. This is unhinged group.
I think.
Yeah.
Like, this is by far the most exciting group, I think, because like anyone can make it and anyone can just bomb out. It's great.
I'm putting all my money on Gemsy from the main Pirates. They're topping the group.
Yeah, I agree.
General Sports. Oh no, General Sports. Sorry, General Sports. We already have vote for that team. You have to vote for someone else. I'm gonna put my money on Froggy Esports because I have some friends on that team, and you know what? I think they got a shot at this.
I think that Lunatic Fringe thrives on chaos and will come out as the leader of this group.
I kind of agree.
Also vote for that team.
I kind of agree that Lunatic Fringe, they've been getting better every season, and this is definitely the easiest group they've ever been in. Like, they've been in some really tough groups before, so I could see, like, with the trend, they could definitely top this group.
Yeah. For me, it's a hard pick to decide who's going to be fourth between Lunatic and ABG. So
okay.
I guess we're just having totally different opinions on this one, but that's fine.
Okay. Well, that's what this group is, right? Like, nobody can kind of agree on who's getting out. So, Group 8, Castaways, AVG Noxus, Team K Gaming, and Dust Peddlers. Who is not making it to playoffs?
I gotta remember who's on there this one because they have so many different teams.
Castaways is me with Young Zera and Samsons, and this DKG is the team you said they improved with, like Samsons.
Oh, the Chem team. Yeah.
And yeah.
So who's not getting it out? Castaways are Dust.
I don't know, man. I have faith in Yang. Hey, MTalk, I have faith in Yang getting this team out. I'm gonna vote for Dust Peddlers.
The problem is you have to win 2 out of 3, not 1 out of 3. Like I'm with you, Yang good, but it's just Yang good.
I forgot that was a team.
Whoa! Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear you, bro. My mic was slightly muffled. Say that again, bro. Say it to my face.
Hey, MTalk, all I'm saying is they have an open slot to make a better player.
I was gonna say that too. They do have a slot open to grab someone, so there's a lot of good people left.
I'm deeply disappointed in MTAC putting me below ABG. I didn't know he thought so low of me, but okay.
I can't say anything bad about this ABG team. They gave us a run for their money. Like I said, the only reason they didn't top and we did top last time was because of Luna's team. So.
Okay, great. Well, on that note, any final thoughts? We're gonna wrap up the show here, but any final thoughts? I know it was a fun draw, and I think this will be a really interesting season, especially with the condensed timeline. But
you know what? Honestly, I have to say I'm really happy about the way Group 7 turned out, because it's instead of like one team, I don't think there's any team that really stands out above the others in that group, and that looks like the group of death, honestly, because I have no fucking clue how that thing's gonna turn out.
I think all groups look like at least fairly balanced, at least fighting for something. Some groups are have really tough fights for third, fourth. Some groups have fights for first and second, because the difference between first and second is huge this season, right? Because second goes into play-ins, while first goes into playoffs. So I think every group has something to fight for, right? And there is no clear cut. You can name all 4 where they finish immediately. So it's gonna be super exciting. I'm ready.
Yeah, and it's I mean, like we said, you have to get top 3 in your group to advance, but getting second or third, I mean, that just gives you another hurdle before you're actually in playoffs, right? So it's it's not as easy. Winning first in your group is going to be so crucial for the end playoffs bracket, because remember, all you have to do is get the semis and you're in the money.
It's not about the money, it's about the glory, Red. Come on, nobody's here for the money.
It's 100% about
here-
the money.
Yeah, that's why you're not gonna win it, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's 100% about the money because I know I'm not gonna get it.
It's all about the glory, bro. Everybody wants to win, to have, you know, the belt, the trophy behind, even though there's not a physical belt.
Ace is
trophy, you know?
literally only saying this because Smooth sponsored the team.
That's
It's not
actually
my money,
probably
but
true.
still. No, it's all about the competition, man. This is why we're all here, to fight the best and beat the best, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? This tournament I think will be run quite well, and I'm excited to see how much better this is run than the Riot tournament.
Okay. All right. I for one really enjoyed the Runeterra Open this weekend. It was my favorite Riot event, and it's not because I got to broadcast it. So
You know what, Red? It's my favorite Runeterra Open of the competitive season. That's
exactly.
Not beta.
Me too. I agree wholeheartedly.
Only one.
It was one of the tournaments of the year.
Indeed, it was.
It's one of the year, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, with that said, thank you everyone for coming out and watching. Thank you to my lovely guests for joining and doing all that great trash talk that you guys do. But on this note, we're gonna end it here. If you don't like your group, just play better, I guess. Just win.
You know what, guys? As a card gamer, you should have just drawn better.
Exactly.
And thank you to Red.
Oh, thank you.
Gotta shout out,
I appreciate that.
Red?
Shout out to Red. He does all the heavy lifting for the league. No one else.
Well, also Hirsch, come on, that's not put all the glory to Red. There's a lot of people in the background. Shout out to them.
Yeah, true. Hey, thank you, Hirsch, for rigging the bracket, so I ended up in the same group as you.
Just as a note, I'm gonna be working on schedules like right after this show ends, and then I will be putting out pick'ems tomorrow, and the regular season pick'ems will be due by Friday 7 p.m. Eastern, as long as no one reschedules. Probably Thursday at midnight, I would say.
All right.
And there's if you can't win in the league, maybe you can win pick'ems. There's some glory there too, right? You look like the smartest person in the room.
This feels like shade to James, but okay.
What? This is shade to James? James won. What do you mean?
Yeah, James won the pick'ems.
Oh, come on. Relax. That's not what I was saying. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Stay tuned. I'll make an announcement in like 15 minutes when I get the schedules done. See ya.
All right, sounds good.
Peace.
push it away. In dance chasing whispers before they all just fade. So how can I leave it all behind when I refuse to watch it fall to dust? I will find a this porcelain mirage may start to break. Each piece a reminder, every single little mistake. So how can I leave it all behind when I refuse to watch it fall to dust? Tell me why it won't ever be the same. I'll burn it all, no matter who's to blame. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. And every time I close my eyes, a little distant view remains. I know you're slipping further from